Today, we're going to be taking a look at every Jordan brand release scheduled for the month of May. And we're also going to be checking out Nike's new Dirty Air Force One, because why would you release that?
Beyond that, we have a lot of other brands that are getting in the mix. Unheard Of and Adidas are back at it again. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode.
All right, so let's kick this off. Check out some of these Jordan brand releases for this month. There was more than I thought, which is always kind of nice, but I feel like it just goes back and forth between being something that's decent and something that's like this that we're looking at now. What even? Jordan 5 Low? Something?
Peanut butter jellies, baby.
Okay.
The Jordan 5 Low, I actually kind of like it. I had the Chinese New Year's a couple years back when those initially released, because I wanted to wear them a bunch because the material faded away and it revealed a little cool element. Problem with that, like nylon, it never faded away. They just got dirty. It never like actually got destroyed.
Yeah.
But I did like the model, the Lows, a lot. I haven't had a pair of those in a while, but peanut butter jellies, these look like a GS only release, which fitting. It's fun. I like it.
I like the suede.
Yeah, not too bad. The Forget Me Not series, these are actually dropping this week because I was talking about them on sneakers dropping this week.
Of course.
These, and then there's a Jordan Air HEIR, not AIR, that's dropping in the Forget Me Not series. But we have a Jordan 4 that's a women's exclusive, all white, little UNC blue, but a little lighter than the UNC blue.
Little powder blue or something like that. I don't think this one's bad. It's definitely, it's wearable. Definitely for the ladies.
Yeah, it's pretty light. UNC Reimagines.
Oh, man. Every time I see these, I feel like they just look worse. Or it's just something with the photos. I don't know, man.
It depends. I mean, it's definitely how you look at them. Yeah, we'll definitely be talking about this more this episode. Jordan 3 Soul 2.0.
Pretty sick.
I feel like they just upped the saturation compared to the 1.0. Like the sole is very, the midsole is very yellow, the blue and the red are very vibrant.
It's very a ma maniere, like with those the suede panels. And I don't mind that because that was a great shoe that a lot of people couldn't get their hands on. So
plus the raw edging on the leather panels on the white looks a lot like like if you just looked at the front of this model, you'd be like, oh, that without the blue, you'd be like, oh, that might be the Amon Mirror 3s, the original pair. So yeah, these are clean. I like these.
It's a hit.
What else we got? We got the Jordan 12 Mellows. There you go.
They look good.
I think they're pretty clean. They're definitely UNC vibes. Yeah, these are clean.
Sure. Nothing wrong with that.
I think all white 12s are the best 12 versus like the Barons or the Breads, or I think they just look clean.
Yeah. Every time I see a 12, I just think of the flu games. Like that's just the first thing that comes to mind.
Fair enough. My baby, White Cement 4s.
A bop. A classic.
The second this comes in the mail, I'm putting them on feet. Like I'm over the moon about this. So
you have to, man. When was the last time? 2016, right? Dang, man. That's been a minute.
This is my shoe of the year. And I don't even think it's close. Like, and I know it's a retro, but it's just like this one I've been waiting for. I remember talking about this one 2 years ago, like maybe even 3 years ago on the podcast when I was like, I don't know, we had some dumb hypothetical thing like, oh, what shoe do you want to get re-released? And I remember saying White Cement's like, bro, it's time. Like 2016, we're in 2023, 2024, and now 2025. Here we go.
Yeah.
I was saying to screw them up. It's like a perfect replica of the 89 pair. So
yeah, I was watching a video on them the other day, like the toe box shape, very, very similar to the original. The netting, which is probably something you wouldn't typically pay attention to, but it's slightly thicker, which is something they've been doing, just moving forward. And then the paint splatter on the heel actually makes its way to the Nike Air. So it's like stamped over it, which is just like those little details that make it closer to the original. And I love that, dude. Sick shoe.
Yeah, I'm gassed up about this one. I'm definitely getting a couple pairs, definitely wearing a pair into the ground, and then busting another. The other pair that I've like been wearing a bunch is the Lucky Shorts Jordan 3s. I've been wearing those a ton. That's such a underrated shoe right now.
Who was saying? I was watching Dre the Shoe God's video yesterday, and he was saying the same thing. He was just like, "This is like it's just so underrated." And I see him every now and then in Atlanta too. Great outfits, like they wear in great because the leather is solid. Like it's a good looking shoe, dude.
Plus, it's comfortable. It's
Yeah.
Jordan 3. Speaking about Jordan 3s, we got the Rare Air Jordan 3s.
What do you think about these with the reverse heel tabs?
Just seems like a lot's going on. They didn't go all black. They didn't go all white. They didn't go all gray. They didn't go all blue. It's like there's a lot of different things going on. The sailback, let me just explain this to the listeners. The front portion is black leather. The toe cap is a dark suede. Then we have a sail midsole with a light gray outsole, and then blue in the middle of the midsole, and then black in the back of the midsole, and then a different color suede in the back. And then you have a sailback heel, red, blue on the upper, red on the there's just a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, if they would have I think the only thing that's throwing me off is that like light gray on the heel. Like if that would have been a darker gray, it would have looked a little more just cohesive. It's all very tonal and it does go together. I don't think this is a bad shoe by any means. Like the whole Rare Air collection they're dropping this year is solid. And I know I'm going to see it a lot, but I think the 4s are a little bit better, kind of gimmicky with the Velcro on the tongue, but hey, this is a good one.
The solution is making that front part light gray because you have the outsoles light gray, the back heels light gray, the tops light gray. It's just like in this blue in the midsole. I don't know.
I don't know. Like if you're wearing some baggy pants, that blue in the midsole would look good because it'd be a little pop of color.
I guess. Yeah. Another Jordan 1 varsity red. This is basically the Jordan 1 satin that came out a couple of years ago. We've seen a couple of satins. This is the same thing, but it's like a cracked leather on the back heel and in the front, but it's got that same like elevated wings logo in the black.
Yeah. I mean, they're not bad. This is one of those that I saw at the Jordan preview at ASW, and I was like, typically if I see a shoe like that early, I'm going to be taking a lot of photos, taking a lot of videos, like just to get B-roll because it's exciting to see, early stuff. But this one, I was just like, it's fine. Women's
kind of it's all right. Here's a Jordan Air HEIR. This is the Mother's Day. Floral print, white, light blue, light gray.
Oh, that is floral. I like that. That's cool.
It's not bad. Not bad. I'm not a huge fan of that model. Jordan Zion 4 Daisies, another kind of May style. You get the flowers, bright pink outsole with the yellow. The color is actually the yellow and the pinkish red kind of work together.
It does. I like the way it looks. It's very, summery. This model I haven't really paid attention to this model a lot, but it's kind of underwhelming. It's kind of boring. But
it looks like a Nike basketball shoe. It was the same thing that the Jaw 2 had and the Jaw 1 had. There was no personality to it. And now we're seeing the Jaw 3 and it's like, ooh.
And what was the one you sent me on Instagram? The Harden 10. It's like, what? Why are we accelerating through these models?
What's funny about the Harden 10 is I read that article like it was coming out this summer, but it's actually next summer. So I was like, bro, this is way too quick. Like they just dropped them, but it's 2026. But I mean they're flying through the Hardens.
Yeah, everyone is nowadays.
Jordan Tatum 3, put him in a blender. I like the name.
Yeah,
all pink, all like a light pink tealish, like coral color.
I like this silhouette because it is visually like different. It's appealing. The midsole, you can feel the cushion. Like it's a great in-hand shoe. I have a blueprint pair somewhere that I was planning on reviewing. I don't think I'm gonna get to it because I'm just like whatever. But
you should, because that's a cool pair. It's one of those that's like, I don't know. You could lay it up like they left the design on the shoe or something. I don't know. But
That's true.
I just that pair, I love the blueprint design. Just whenever they do like this sketching on top of the shoe, I just because I love samples and I love when you find the right like that stuff. So I was a big fan of that pair.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tatum 3 is it's good. It's got a personality. Like
Yeah.
it's got its own vibe.
I dig it.
Jordan
Mm.
Air Rev golf shoe coming out. These are like $280, I think.
Oh,
The
that's
Justin Timberlake Victory 2 or 4s just dropped today. Those are $550 retail, limited to 1,984 pairs.
oh my God. I
Did
didn't
you
know
see
that.
those at all?
No. Show me these.
Or JT.
Such an insane retail price. Were they like
No,
made in Italy or something? Of
Italy. Yep.
course.
Which
Okay.
for a golf shoe, I don't get because it's like, unless you're playing like a country club, these things are going to be fried in 3 rounds. Especially in Minnesota golf, like stuff gets wet. Spring golf, like this material is going to stain like crazy. It's going to get really dirty quick and spend. I was looking at them. I'm like, these are really cool, but it's like $550 for that pair is a lot because you only can wear them a couple of times before they get really dirty. So maybe I'll find like a used pair in like a year and wear them, but I don't know. We have the new golf shoes coming out with the Air unit. So
that's cool. I would love to just check out this shoe, and because I still haven't seen anything else about it. I'm sure people will reviews about the removable Air unit, whatever that whole deal.
I've seen a lot of golf creators. I follow all those guys, like Golf Projects. Jock Slade's done some stuff. I know even Kevin was there, and they're at the Grove. So I've seen some stuff on them. I'm definitely going to try to get a pair and get them in hand because of the removable Air and see if it actually does anything. So
yeah, that's cool though. I like that.
Looks like that's it. There you go.
Well, I guess I already know. I was going to say, what is your highlight from this month? Obviously, the white cements. So
there you go. What? Just flip that question on yourself. You already know my answer.
I know. I mean, I probably have to say the white cements too. Everything else, I'm just kind of like, it's okay, it's fine. But yeah, white cements, solid. Excited.
There you go. This was a big story yesterday. This came out. Nike's .swoosh is coming out with an Air Force, but it's already cooked. It's already dirty.
Yeah, and they come with like a toothbrush, like scrubber thing, so you can clean them up.
Because they've done the toothbrush attachment before, like for crispy ones. I've seen that, but
yeah, I mean, I feel like if I get these, I'm wanting them to look distressed. I'm not going to want to clean them up. So that part was weird to me. What is going on with the eyelets here?
they look like they're just worn in.
Yeah.
That's kind of my just like, I don't know, stretched out almost.
Yeah.
Kind of a cool look.
Honestly, like I
like the bigger eyelets in the toe box stuff.
Yeah.
I like how big those are. Those are kind of cool looking.
That does look sick. I mean, personally, I'm a fan of pre-distressed shoes. I'm also just a fan of, I rarely clean my shoes anyway. And I like them, especially when it's like a white leather shoe. Like they just look good worn. So I don't think this looks bad at all. But, you know, most people buy Air Force 1s to keep them looking crispy. So this is kind of defeating the purpose. But I like it. I think this is cool. What do you think?
This is super dumb.
It is.
This is super dumb. I think it's fun. It's gimmicky. I don't know. I'm not a fan of pre-distressed shoes, probably because I do wear tests to make them look distressed, and then I'm tired of them. So I don't know. I've never gotten the pre-distressed. I don't know. I could see both sides of it, playing devil's advocate. I just think it's kind of a gimmicky marketing thing, trying to get people talking. And it's a .swoosh thing where they're coming out with all the vintage video games. It's just like their .swoosh is like almost the mischief of Nike in a sense, where it's they try to do stuff that's gonna get eyeballs and gonna get attention and gonna expand their reach on the internet, essentially, just because of people reposting and talking about it. It gets people talking, I guess. So
That's a good way to put
in
that.
terms of an actual practical shoe, it's a white Air Force that will get cleaned up as you wear it, I guess. So I don't know.
Go back to the photos and look at the top down.
Alrighty. Top down. There we go.
See, like that, I think looks kind of cool.
The material looks nice. You know what they just remind me of? My first pair of Air Forces, the Jewels.
Okay.
Jewel sale. I got them for like $50. I don't even think you can find clean pairs anymore. Here you go. It was just a all sale pair with a jeweled swoosh, but it has leather in the back heel. Like the materials were really premium. It also reminds me of like the Ambush Air Forces, just like really premium material. That's like the leather sock liners giving me that vibe a lot. But
yeah. Huh.
I don't know.
It's not a shoe that I would think I'd see people actually wear, you know?
I agree. Yeah, they left the outsole white too.
Yeah.
So it's like
that's weird.
I don't know. It's not my vibe. But
if you're looking to buy or sell almost anything, then you need to check out Whatnot.
Well, they're type sneakers, trading cards, household items, or even luxury goods.
It can all be bought or sold on Whatnot.
For me, I literally just purchased 600 pimple patches on Whatnot for $14. I impulse purchase, but you know, that's what you do on Whatnot.
I've hopped on Whatnot to watch a ton of creators like Seth Fowler and Blazendary, and that's pretty much just for pure entertainment alone.
So if you're wanting to join the live streams and potentially purchase something,
we're going to help with a free $15 coupon code for your first purchase that is good for anywhere on the platform.
All you have to do is use code BEYOND15, that's BEYOND15, or you can scan the QR code on our screen right now.
And now, back to the podcast. Dude, right after we recorded last week's podcast, my external hard drive fully crashed, which was awesome. And I just drove up to Micro Center, dropped it off because they can repair, like recover stuff. And I just got the email today being like, yeah, it's fried. So I'm like, awesome. So to be fair, most of the footage on there was like outdated. It was shot with my old camera. So it's not like I'm going to be using that as a reference or like, you know, pulling up old footage anymore. But I lost like all my overlays, all the sounds, all of our thumbnail images, which I need to reshoot. I do have some in Photoshop already, but I'm like,
thumbnails coming, I guess.
Yeah, we got to do that now. But I was like, of course this would happen. So
what SSD was it?
The lacy one with the orange sort of like border around it.
The rubber?
Mm-hmm.
You got to get a SanDisk, brother.
I think that's what I have now.
I got a couple of those. I got those are the babies.
Yep. Now I have a SanDisk. So I just need to, they're just so expensive. I would have multiples and multiples. Like I think I have 2 or 3, but I'm like,
see, I do the workflow I have multiple hard drives that I need to go through and clean out because I have like 20 gigabytes worth of just garbage of every video I've ever posted. I still have. So it's it's all on hard drives, but then the workflows through the SSDs, and then like my assets I keep on the SSD as well as just on my laptop because I'm scared of that happening. So that it's in 2 places. Plus I have them backed up on hard drives. So it's like you go through that once and you kind of learn your lesson because I went through that a couple years ago and I don't think it sucks.
I mean, like I kind of had that happen when because this is when I first got this laptop, like everything got wiped after like a month or something, which was insane. So I lost everything then. But this is the second time I've actually lost it. And it was through the hard drive. And I'm just like, why? Why? Okay. But it was literally, we recorded the podcast. I sat down at the desk, plugged everything in, and then nothing connected. And I was like, okay, this is not the day I need this to mess up because I need to get this podcast out like in the next few hours. So that was stressful, but we figured it out. Now we're just
you didn't even text me about it. So
yeah, I was pretty confident. I was like, we can make this work. We can make this work. And I did. Wasn't able to have the the OG little intro animation that we usually have. But I was like, whatever, like it's audio. And most people like, it's fine. It's fine. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so that was my great start to the week. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? What have I been up to? Went to a little concert last Saturday, which was fun. Got out
Who'd
of
you
town
see?
for. We saw Joe. It's DJO.
Uh-huh.
Just pronounced Joe. He's it's actually Steve from Stranger Things, his band.
Oh,
It was really good. It was cool. It was a cool venue in St. Paul. Stayed downtown for the night, so that was fun. Just get away.
right. I've ran into him at a Ponce City Market a few years ago because
Really?
they record in Atlanta all the time, and they're always just
Mm,
walking around. And I don't remember
interesting.
who. I was with some friends, and I didn't recognize him, but they were like, "Dude, that's the guy from Stranger Things." So we like walked up, said what's up, and that was it. But
Fun.
seems like a cool dude.
Yeah, they were vibey. It was good. So did that. Just been grinding content. Had a video pop off, which is always helpful, especially when you're in
Ooh,
like a little creative rut on nothing's working type vibe. So Harry Potter shoes hit like, I don't know, 6 million total. It's at like 3
dang.
mil Instagram, 3 mil TikTok from like a day and a half ago. So I guess people like Harry Potter shoes. It was posted at like the perfect time, I guess, because uh Harry Potter fans, I knew Harry Potter fans. When you find like a niche thing like that and then you bring it into shoes like Harry Potter, I knew that was gonna like hit those fans at least.
Oh yeah.
But then J.K. Rowling's in the news for like some crazy comments about like transgender rights or something, which I don't even know about. So then there was a bunch of people in the comments like boycott J.K. Rowling, like nobody likes Harry Potter anymore. And then like people were flaming Puma because they only made 2 of the houses instead of the 4. So they're like boycott Puma because they didn't make Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff. And I'm like, engagement, baby, let's go. So we had that, which is that's always feels good.
Yeah.
And then I actually just got a couple of pairs in like an hour ago. So
Let's see. The yep. 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 Yep.
that's why I was saying we will be talking about them.
That
They're
makes
better in
sense.
hand than I thought, dude.
See, in this shot, they don't look super, super
Look at that shape.
oversaturated.
Look at that shape.
The
I
shape's
love
good.
the little faded outsole like the Lost and Founds. You get extra laces. The sail material is very muted. It's not saturated at all,
I like that.
which I like. And the white laces or the sail laces are going to blend in perfectly. So,
Mm,
and the cracked leather is not as defined, honestly, as I've seen in photos. Some people really, I think what happens is some of the early people kick up the sharpening,
yeah.
and then all those little lines just get really
True.
crazy. So like on the mid panel, you can't even see the cracking really unless you look super, super, super
Oh
close.
yeah.
It's like
It
at
looks.
like this, you can't like it just looks like a UNC with a little yellow.
Yeah. I
So
like that. That's. See. I don't know. I feel like
you'd
that's
like
one.
you'd like
If
them.
I find them on a shelf, I will buy them. I don't think I'm gonna go for them, but if I see them,
I
probably.
think you'd like them. I think you'd like
Yeah.
them.
I don't mind.
This is also came in that pack from Champ Sports. Shout out the goats.
Okay. All right.
This is why I said I like the all white because I just saw them in hand right before we talked about that. The Mellow Jordan 12s. Now I don't know the full history on these. I'm assuming it was a PE and now they're releasing it to the
Mm,
public. They're clean though. Like the blue is not. It's just like a UNC blue, and then the white. So I don't know. Jordan 12s feel really bulky to me sometimes,
yeah.
especially when you have the dark colorways. They just feel bulky, and so this pair being white, I think it just removes that a little bit.
I get that. It's a good looking shoe though. Ah,
Okay, finally, this is a big one. So I'm gonna be away from the mic for a second.
okay. Okay. Dude, the fact that that fits in frame.
This is the LeBron James Monopoly set that is taking up the entire frame right now. And it's like 20 pounds. It's like substantial. And there is a opening flap. This is the hardest thing I've ever shown on camera.
Yeah. Dang, dude.
Boom. Look at that. It's like super heavy, dude. It's straight wood.
That's
Um, so yeah, I'm gassed up about this. I gotta film a sick video on this. I did open it up. It's kind of a project to open it up.
yeah, I can imagine.
All right. So I'm gassed up about that. I already know how I'm gonna film it. I'm gonna film it like the KD 18 Black Label video, the
Mhm.
overhead light in the like super dark and contrasting. But I just got an email that was like, Nike and LeBron have a special gift for you. And I was like, okay, this seems fake. Like,
Yeah.
what is this? I replied, and the initial header was like the LeBron Monopoly shoes. And so
Yeah.
and they had a hyperlink. So I clicked on the shoes, they were on Nike and they were like $130. I was like, oh, seating for the LeBron Monopoly shoes. And then I kept reading and it was like, actually, we're going to send you the Monopoly set. So I didn't even get the shoes. I just got the set. And I was like, I didn't look it up or anything. I was like, I have no idea what this is. And then got tracking info like a week later. They're like, yep, we'll follow up tracking, got tracking. And then when I got tracking, I looked at like the size of the box and it was 24 by 24 by 24, 20 pounds. And I was like, what is this? So it was like out for delivery the next day. I got it like 2 days ago and I saw it on like Ring camera. I was like, holy fuck, like this package is huge. And then I got home, unboxed it, and I opened it up. I was like, this is something crazy. And then I went through the whole thing. It's solid wood. It's got gold plating on the side, pull out. It's got like a crystal basketball court that holds the cards. Every tile on there is custom for like a LeBron James milestone. So like each railroad is like a championship. And then there's like different, it's really cool. So I looked it up. They're like, there's not that many. They were never for sale. It was only for friends and family of LeBron James. So I guess I'm friends and family of LeBron James, which not. I don't know how I got on the list, but I'm gonna reply to the email and be like, so like, where did I get linked in on this? Because I'm gonna. They didn't like request any content or anything. Obviously, I'm gonna do that because it's super cool.
Yeah.
And then just out of the blue, I was like, oh, let me see if it's on StockX. There's 2 for sale at $6,000.
That makes sense.
So I was like, this is ridiculous. And this is something like family heirloom. I'll never sell it because it's like I'm never gonna. It's one of those things that's a gift first of all. So I never really sell gifts. And then secondly, it's like something I would never buy that's badass. That I'm a huge Monopoly fan. That's really really cool. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. So
that's the other thing.
that showed up the day the video went viral. It was just like it's been a good week. So
I like that. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What about you? You got any new pickups or anything?
2 new pickups. Before that, I did go see Kendrick and SZA 2 nights ago with my boy Rillo. Forgot about that.
Week, I guess, for us.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was just a good time. Who
did they bring out again?
Playboy Cardi, and then Mustard was the opener. So it was a fun time. We treated ourselves because we have both been working hard. Got like pretty decent seats with like basically floor level access to like all the food and stuff. So it was.
How much are seats like that? Because I think our seats for this like small venue thing were like $70 a pop. I've never been to a big concert like that, and I've always wondered because I've been to like country festivals in Minnesota, and they're like a couple $100, but it's like I've never been to a stadium event.
I think ours it was like $450 a piece.
Okay, that's kind of what I was.
It made sense. It was either that or pay like $2 something for some seats that were kind of mid, and we were just like,
"What? You said it yourself. Wanted to treat yourself and do that." So.
But it was so much fun, dude. It was just hilarious because like you could tell a lot of the people, maybe not a lot, but there were definitely some out there that were like of a younger audience that didn't know like Good Kid, Mad City, or like a ton of like I wouldn't say smaller songs, but like just older songs that my age would know every word to. So we were like standing beside these 2 kids with their 2 moms, and we were singing every word to like Backseat Freestyle, Good Kid, and just rapping along, having a blast. And the kid just like, what is going on? And the moms were just cracking up at us. It was so fun, dude. But the crowd was hyped, high energy. good time, dude. It was just a good time. But
That's fun.
yeah, outside of that, what did I get in? I did get in some stuff from Hidden that I copped a while ago. Some coasters. There's like 5 or so different ones.
Accessories, man.
2 I'm using over there. Yeah, so many accessories, dude. A ruler. That's pretty cool. Metal.
You can use that in videos to like
Exactly.
measure the height of Jordan 1s or I don't know.
Mm-hmm. There's a planter back there that you can kind of see. This little ashtray that I just thought was sick. I don't smoke, but I'm like, cool desk accessory to just put some stuff in.
That is cool. That stainless steel or titanium green is really cool.
It's just too sick. Got a stool too, one of their little like mini flip out stools, and I feel like there was something else, but I don't remember. Something just small. Ton of little accessories, and then got in what I think is my shoes of the year, the Andrew Reynolds 933, courtesy of Drift House. Shout out to the homie. Dude, these are so cool. I'm obsessed with these. I took them out of the box and Anna was instantly like, where's my pair? These are sick. Like, I want these.
That like, brown pair.
I'm just like, dude, this brown looks so good. And I'm like really loving this black and olive. This might be the pair I skate. And I don't know. I kind of want to just skate both because I don't know if you've been watching just the YouTube push they've been doing for this model. Like, dude, after this or later today, tomorrow, you got to look into it. They've been inviting like skateboard shoe reviewers or content creators to the New Balance like HQ to sit down with the designer, Andrew Reynolds, have all the prototypes of the shoe, everything like cut in half, every little piece, and they just go over every little detail from like pressure plate in the center, absorb, cushioning, like why they chose all the little panels and details. And they brought on they actually did a video with Rose Anvil, and it was so cool, like because he was just geeking out about everything, they were geeking out about everything, and he's like, what's the inspo of this and this and this? And I was like, that's so cool. Like just that push alone was super sick. And I was checking them out yesterday, and under the insole there's sort of like all the numbers they were going to use for the shoe. And the like Andrew Reynolds' nickname is the Boss, and the first number is 8055, which basically says boss. And I was like, oh, that'd be so cool. But he was just talking about like how much he loves New Balance's suede and New Balance's runners. So they added like the runner toe. They added basically a 993 upper to a skate shoe. And it's just like the coolest thing to me. But definitely going to be skating these. Definitely going to be doing a review sometime probably in the next few days. But I'm hyped. This to me is my shoe of the year just because favorite skater, low key probably favorite sneaker brand just because I buy a lot of their stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
All the other brands send me stuff, so I don't really have to go out and buy them. But yeah, crazy shoe. And I think they retail like 130, 120. So should last a while. But yeah, super hyped.
I have shipping issues with my pairs from them. So
of course.
Eventually. They're supposed to be here yesterday, and then they didn't come today either. So if you're looking for the best socks to pair with your favorite sneakers, then APTHCRY has you covered.
From everyday basics to unique and fashionable designs, they really have something for everyone.
On top of that, they also have a great collection of apparel and accessories that we're rocking pretty frequently.
And they just launched their new Cinco de Mayo collection.
So definitely go check that out. But if you're also looking for some everyday basics, they have a ton of those in stock on their site.
From no-shows to ankle socks to high tops.
In a variety of colors such as earth tones, Roy G. Biv colors, or even nude colors to match your skin.
I mean, they are truly the best socks on the market, and hey, that's why we rock them.
So check out APTHCRY.com and use our code BEYOND. That's BEYOND for $5 off your first purchase.
And now, back to the podcast.
But before we get back to the podcast, we got to announce the winners for the giveaway. Week's worth of socks. Checked it out on our Instagram. Here are the winners right here. we'll be reaching out for shipping details. Let's get into some news.
Let's do it. What we got?
All right. First of all, early look at a Jordan 1 high. This is the self-expression. This is the first time I'm seeing this model.
Yeah, this one just showed up earlier today when I was putting the notes together. I've never seen it. Don't know anything about it. From the looks of it, you can, like rub away and it'll have either like Game Royal or red hits beneath
Red,
the
white, blue, sail midsole. Yeah, it's reminds me a lot of the LA to Shies. Terrible mock compared to what it ended up being, but
true.
The LA to Shies that came out a couple years ago. I have a pair that you can rub them away and it turns into the Chicago from the LA pair. So yeah, these are, I don't know. In theory, I really like shoes that when you rub them away, like they show a different color. I just never get to the point in the lifespan of the shoe for it to actually happen. So if I don't like the original color, then kind of out of luck, and that's kind of where I'm at with these.
And like the black with the sail midsole, like this as a whole looks good to me. I kind of want to get one and just skate them because that would look like really.
Honestly, it might be kind of cool to paint the edging of the panels black so that it's just all black on the upper.
Yeah. But I feel like, once see, that's the problem. We have so many shoes now. It's not like I'm going to be wearing a shoe into the ground. Like I'm trying to wear my Bred Jordan 1s at least once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks.
I think about how I still need to get a pair.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hey, end of the year, apparently, or something like that. But like, that's a shoe I want.
Summer, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, I mean, you just got to find them. Go through eBay. But that's a shoe I just want to wear into the ground so the leather gets like super soft and has its own like personality and like molds to my foot. This is a shoe that would look so good if you had like 4 shoes and could wear it into the ground and get that aged, grimy.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I don't mind it.
I didn't think we'd see this, but it's all right.
Yeah.
What do we got? Nyjah Houston here.
Yeah, first look at the Nyjah.
Look, what do we got? Oh, this is the Skate 4.
They look very similar to, I think it's the 3.
Just like his last model. Yeah, let me find him.
Like, I'm not super impressed, but I also never skated the 3s, so maybe that shoe skated very well because it has that sort of sidewall that goes all the way up the toe box and side of the shoe that makes it, skating just wears down less, I would assume. But
okay, so here's the 3, or here's the 4. Here's the 3.
Okay. It does look better.
Very, very similar. You can see there's a lot more dots on this pair.
Yeah.
It's just about the same thing. Little update, which isn't a bad thing.
No.
The shoe's already good. You can just do a little update.
I like these better.
Yeah. I mean, they're not bad. I'm not a skater, so I'm not going to be actually skating them. I look at the skate shoe as a regular shoe to wear.
For sure.
And this is just, I don't know.
It's a you walk into Zoomies and this pair is just there, like kind of shoe
in 6 different colors.
Yeah, I don't mind it though.
It's all right. What's retail on something like this? Let me see if we can find anything. Nothing.
Of course.
110. That's a good price.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's the actual skate shoe, not the hype shoe that's a skate model. It's the actual skate shoe at a skate shoe price. So with actual tech in it.
That's the
Sakai. Wow, I haven't heard that name in a while. Nike Zega Mondom. Zega Mondom? Is that how you say it? SP launches on May 9th. May 9th. That's releasing in 8 days.
Zegamadome? I don't know.
Okay, so this shoe reminds me a lot of one that I reviewed from a company that makes customs.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Do you
I
know
know
what I'm
what you mean.
talking about?
Yeah.
Let me find it.
I don't know the name, but
Panda Prank Customs.
yes, that's what it was.
And they actually have a black pair. So look at this
Hmm.
model. Bro, this is this is an exact replica. Sakai, I mean, Panda Prank, what they're doing is really cool. I want to send this to them and see what they think about this. But it's basically like I don't even know what this model is. I guess it's the Zegamadam. I
Yeah.
don't with the Vibram outsole. But here's the model. You can see the shoe. It's basically got a really rugged outsole. Looks to be almost like a Sakai Cortez up top, mixed with like a Dunk, mixed with a Blazer low, like kind of a bunch of different details. Here is the Panda Prank,
Mm, I can see it.
which honestly I think the Panda Pranks look better because it's just a Dunk, and then they have the toe box that goes all the way over the top. Carbon fiber, Vibram outsole, same exact thing as this model,
Yeah.
but it's Sakai and it's actually Nike.
That's interesting. And I know a while ago we were talking about Vibram outsoles on Nike, and now we haven't
Mhm.
seen it that much. So it's cool to see that again.
Those ACG runners we were talking
Yeah,
about.
that's what it was. But yeah, I just same thing. I haven't seen any Sakai Nike products in a while. I feel like we saw this exact shoe previewed like months ago, and it's just now releasing. But see, those
Mhm.
look good. That Panda Prank model looks
Yeah,
good.
they like I had the pair forever. Okay, here's some other colorways. I had the pair forever. I never reviewed them, and then I reviewed them, and people really liked them.
Yeah.
Um, cool box, the whole deal. But yeah, they're literally just customs. This colorway is more exciting. I think I gotta take. I think launching a shoe with an all black colorway shoots it in the foot a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit because it doesn't give it any personality. Now, the Nijas we just looked at, those are all black with a translucent midsole. It's a skate shoe. I get that. It's
Yeah.
not like meant to be bold, but on a new model like this, you got to have some color in there so you can actually see all the elements. And this pair is basically all black, but they decided to put some gray in there so you can actually I didn't even see this leather overlay that's like unfinished on the top. I really like that. The double swoosh, you didn't even see that on the black pair really because it's just
Yeah.
not like this leather piece, couldn't even see it. Couldn't like but then they add the yellow in here and they really accent some stuff. The lacing looks really cool on these, which I didn't see on the all black pair. Like this looks like carbon fiber underneath. Like these look
Oh,
sweet
yeah.
top down. This pair I'm excited for. Here's another colorway that's actually decent. Like the more colorways I see, the more I'm liking this.
It's just weird. Like, I feel like Nike and Sakai, their whole relationship, like there was probably a year, 2 year run where they ran everything. Everyone
Mhm.
wanted the Nike Sakai. Now
I
it's
bought Abby a pair back in the day
yeah,
of the
the Vapor
white LD
Waffle.
waffles. She was
Yeah.
like, "I love these," and we ended up getting the wrong size, so she only wore them a couple times, and then sold them, and we got rid of the pair of SBs. But yeah, I remember the Sakai run. It was when I was in college that all those waffles, even the really chunky Sakai waffles that they did with the crazy outsole, they
Yeah.
were like, I remember the red, white, and blue pair was $700, and I bought a couple of them to resell, and I bought them at like 250, and I ended up selling them at like $700, and it was like, whoa, this is like a model, and now they've tanked in price. But
Yeah. Nah, nothing
what colorway
compares
do
to
you like
that.
here?
I mean, the yellow, the black, gray, yellow. It's probably the best. It has the most personality because the other is just sort of white and black, but just nothing
One's
beats that first run of waffles they did, dude. Those were the
yeah,
best.
like I don't mind the black colorway.
No.
It's just it's not a launch colorway. It there's I don't know. There's nothing to it. I do like this model. $180 retail though. I think that's gonna make some people stray away for
I
sure.
mean, it's positioned as more of like a outdoor hiking shoe, so I get it with some
100%.
tech. Like, I mean, cool. I get it. 180 seems fine.
Zoom X.
Yeah.
I'll definitely pick up a pair of these because I'm just curious how it fits
Yeah.
and
Not
feels.
shabby.
I like the carbon fiber looking mesh. Looks cool.
I agree.
It's a very like Transformer vibe on the top
Yeah,
down look. Like it's just very like that's sick, dude.
facts.
I don't know. There you go. New
Yeah.
model. It's fun to see new models from Nike.
Right. Not every day.
Exactly. This one super cool. I did know about this one. When I was in Cincinnati, Mr. Phillip was telling me about this, that there's another Grandma's Couch coming out. I didn't know it was going to be coming out this soon. I knew it was kind of Mother's Day. Arriving May 10th.
Mm-hmm.
The last forum that they're going to be doing, or the last rivalry low that they're going to be doing. This one I think is the best, honestly, out of all the colorways.
I agree. It just looks good, dude. I love the floral print. He actually hit me up trying to bring me out again for this one, but that's the day I'm seeing my boy Chris D'Elia in Atlanta. So I was like, why do you all? I can't just.
Yep.
I want to come out and hang, bro. But yeah, I like these. I like them a lot. Pitch Blend was telling me about these when I was in Milwaukee. So I was like, okay, I see you. I see you.
Yeah, these he did a good job on these. These are pretty cool. And I know the backstory on it's his grandma, and there's a lot of there. They did a cool little promo video for it of a bunch of old clips of her and before she passed away. And yeah, I like the original two colors, but this is just like the perfect summer vibe here.
What's that photo at the toe box? I want to see what's on. I know it's floral. Oh, that's cool, dude.
Yeah, it's just like well done.
Yeah.
The box is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are awesome. Big fan of these.
Yeah. Props.
Yes, big time. Okay. Adidas Predator Mega Ride. That sounds like a I don't know what that sounds like. Predator Mega Ride is available now. This soccer vibes for sure.
I love these. That blue pair is sick, dude.
They're cool. I just like the blue pair is like me in another lifetime. I'd be wearing those. Like if I was single living in New York and I was big into vintage and like smoked a bunch of weed and like listened to records and like that would be the shoe I'd rock. But that's just not that's not my vibe. But it's very cool looking. I get the appeal. It reminds me a lot of the old like Reebok 2010 with that back heel.
Yep.
They look like a soccer shoe.
They do. Something about that blue.
They're cool.
I think Kith did they dropped some of these like a week or two ago, and I ended up passing because I was like, I know I'm not gonna wear it, but I think they look really sick. Very, very retro.
Speaking Kith, figured I'd bring this up. They're dropping a Kith Climacool.
Okay.
This just got announced a couple hours ago. Kith collab on the Adidas Climacool 3D.
That's not bad. I mean, there's not much you can really do with this model, I feel like. So if you're listening, they took just the Climacool. It has that sort of like off-white, yellowish, greenish tint to it. And they just painted like a light gray, a medium gray, and a darker gray on the stripes. Nothing crazy, but it got me thinking because like they did the 4D midsoles for a while on a ton of shoes, and honestly, I forgot about them. I had a pair that I wore a lot.
I always wanted a pair of those. I never had a pair, but
I got a pair on clearance when I worked at Foot Action and got to use my employee discount. I think I got them for like $60. Retail was like $300.
That's a steal. Yeah,
I wore those literally until I wore a hole into the midsole or outsole. Great shoe. Very comfortable, but they never changed like the color of the actual like 4D. I think maybe near the end they did black, but they had to paint it. So I'm like, how are they? I wonder if they've cracked the code. As of now, it doesn't look like they have because we've only seen this color.
No, that just looks like painted.
Yeah, it's not bad though. Would
have been cool if there was actual Kith elements on this. I don't think that there is.
You could do maybe like a stitched little like tag on the side or top, you know? Like I don't
a thing I wish I still got to get these. If they put Kith somehow integrated into the
Oh,
3 stripes, like the Kith Christmas almonds that came out.
oh, wait.
Or if they put Kith in the middle of a stripe or something. I don't know. That's what initially came to my thought.
That would be so cool.
So
Because you should be able to. I mean, obviously they've got the molds down. Give them a few years, and I'm sure they'll be able to.
they'll kill it.
Yeah.
Like most of these projects happen, but
I know.
I figured I'd bring that up. You mentioned Kith, and I saw that before we hopped on. So,
Yeah.
back to the Adidas Predator Mega Rides. There's also a black and a white colorway. Not as cool as the metallic blue and red.
Look up Kith versions of these, because maybe I'm wrong.
What is it? The Predator
Mega Ride.
I love the name.
It's so badass, right?
Kith Predator Mega Ride. All right, what do we got here? Yes, there is Kith Predator Mega Rides.
Do they look as cool? Okay.
They look like if ALD did a pair. Green nubuck, it looks like, with all sail. The blue pair is pretty clean.
Yeah. Yeah. I almost went for these. No.
Or Adidas football.
That pair is not bad. It's like UNC blue on the stripes, white leather sail.
It's definitely a lot more muted, but I don't think it looks like this pair. It doesn't have
have the flap on the laces either.
Yeah. I don't know. The blue's bold. I'm not in love with the mono, but it's cool.
I'm gonna have to keep an eye out or make some phone calls.
Action Bronson back at it again with a New Balance 992 at his mega store pop-up. A lot of megas today. Mega store pop-up.
This is the Hella Mega podcast episode, dude. Yeah, these were previewed at the little New York pop-up that we talked about last week. New Balance 992. I actually kind of like these more than I like some of his previous models. It is somewhat more boring, I guess, compared to those, but it is still very bold. Like black midsole, khaki brown suede with like orange and blue. It's not bad. Can't really.
Definitely more boring, but it's not bad when you're talking about Action Bronson shoes because they're always pretty crazy.
Matches your hat perfectly.
I know he is a New York sports fan, so there you go.
That's kind of tough. I like these though.
We got to see some more Seinfeld stuff, dude. I was just thinking about that after the Harry Potter video. I'm like, all right, what other theme shoes can I review? And I'm like, bro, we need some this is like the perfect Kith. Ronnie, if you're listening to this, I know you're not, but here's an idea. Do an OG Seinfeld pack and retro some of the shoes that were worn in Seinfeld, because Jerry from Seinfeld is known for wearing, like, we were watching last night, I saw Mac Attacks, like a guy was wearing.
Oh yeah,
he always had the OG Jordan. So if they did like a Seth idea pre-distressed like Seinfeld pack that was like 3 pairs, mystery boxes, different models that were worn of like 80s and 90s models, like
that'd be cool. And Seinfeld's been in like Kith campaigns before too.
Yeah, Jerry was one of the people for it. So yeah, that little idea for you there, Mr. Ronnie Fogg.
That would be sick. I'm here for it.
We just need more mystery boxes too. Can't only be Kith Marvel.
That's true.
New Balance Gray Days.
Gray Day.
Forgot about Gray Days. 2025. Yeah. What do we got? Whoa.
Ton of stuff this year.
Whoa. Okay, so there's a lot to cover. Gray Days, we got some ads overlaying. When was this released? So this is full month of dedicated releases centering around gray. The brand just unleashed a teaser revolving the Gray Days lineup, the entire Gray Days lineup. There's a lot. Should we just fly through this?
Yeah.
9060 Gray Days. If you're watching or if you're listening, just think gray colorway on the models we're talking about with a little different accents.
Yeah. But this one's white. So
some gray.
Yeah. That one's not bad.
If there's anything without gray, we're gonna have to call it out.
True.
I think gray is kind of like the vibe. Like it is the color, but it's also like the muted vibe. Like it's the Steve Jobs shoe. Like it's just kind of but it's for New Balance. So
yeah.
New Balance 1000.
I like that.
Gray metallic. Not terrible. This is what I'm thinking of. Just
Mm,
the prototypical gray 990. Is this a V6?
yeah,
Yeah, just
basic.
gray.
Yeah.
Whoa. The what is it? The Mimbus MT10.
What is this for?
What do you mean?
Like, what is this shoe for? It
This is for the hippie that likes to hike but not a super thick midsole. Is
because it's
that also likes a water shoe of some sort.
it's giving water shoe, but also like barefoot shoe vibe. It's all
That's
right.
why the hippie that likes to hike but doesn't
Yeah,
like a thick midsole. Yeah, it's very like there's just not a lot here. I do like the little carbon fiber look on the
I do
side.
too.
They're very low key. 19 no, what is this? 740. Looks like a 1906R.
They do. That's a very popular model right now too.
This is clean. This is the
Left
first
weight
740
inch.
that I've seen that's like, oh, these are nice.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
T500 sail
This
midsole.
this I like
This is a Seth shoe.
for sure.
Little runner. We got the fresh foam trainer.
The fused overlays look cool on that, actually.
I like the midsole. It's kind of like fading in and out, like a topographical design.
Yeah.
Another one, the 1080 V14
Gee,
trainer.
that is a thick pillow midsole.
It's Hulk vibes.
Very.
Ooh, 1906L with some leather.
I like that.
Have you worn your pair of
No.
loafers?
I haven't. Well, I wore them earlier today because I'm finally getting around to shooting all the B-roll. So yes, but not out.
I hate the colorway we got. I'm just gonna say it. I hate the color we've got. I wish I got a pair that was leather.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same. I might just sell them and get
I
the
think that's what
colorway
I'm
that I
gonna
like. Yeah,
I like them. I need an all black pair, an all white pair, something with leather. I think leather makes them feel more like a dress shoe
Yeah.
instead of all the mesh and metallic and like shiny piano black. And yeah,
I agree. I really like that. The brown suede pair. I think they look
Let me find
so
a picture
good.
of those.
They look much dressier, but I don't know. Something about the way the shade of suede just looks great.
Yeah, you're spot on. I forgot about those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are nice.
Like that's a cool shoe. Definitely more
This pair,
grandpa.
yeah, that pair was like these. Just
Mhm.
look. What is going on with my browser right now? These.
Yeah.
That leather hit, that brown suede. Yeah, it looks more like a dad shoe. This photo,
Definitely.
I was thinking of.
Yeah. I don't know.
They look more like a dress shoe than a New Balance. Like this, you could get away with actually as a dress shoe.
Yeah. You could wear that to an event and no one would really think. But gray on gray. It's not bad.
Gray days coming. This one's probably got the least amount of gray we've seen. The 2010 New Balance.
I like
Basically
it.
a round upper with sail midsole.
Yeah. Gray mesh on the base. So a little bit of gray, but that's a cool one. That's a cool shoe too. A women's 471. It's very like sleek Cortez-ish vibes to it. I think that's cool.
Never seen this model. It is kind of, I like the New Balance logo. It's just a flat piece of leather that's stitched.
Yeah. Barely any gray on that one though.
Yeah, sock liner maybe. Not a whole lot.
Andrew Reynolds, 933. I like that.
This is just not a great issue.
Yeah. The 1300 JP.
This is where it kind of like brings the vibe of grade A's in, though, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
Not bad.
I like that they're running with this. It's kind of like obviously it's like an Air Max day or whatever day, but it's like low key. Like they're not trying to make it something crazy. They're just like, what is the celebrate? Grade A is an annual celebration of everything New Balance represents. This month-long event brings together our family of ambassadors and athletes for a range of special edition products, events, and stories that highlight the unique and timeless qualities of the color gray. it's boring but cool at the same time.
Yeah. And they've been doing this for years. Like there's been
Mm-hmm.
some really, really good gray day releases. I think a lot of these pretty basic, nothing too crazy, and that's kind of how it's always been. But something I was just thinking about, I really wish New Balance would do like a color of the month type deal where it's like next month they do like navy or like
That
olive
would be
or
cool.
like red, purple, like because they do those colors already so well. And if you just like did one model in each of those like colors, I think it looks so cool.
It'd be cool. I hate subscription models, but if they did a subscription where it was like you
Mm,
buy a year's worth or you pay every month $200 and you get a random color in the mail, and it's just something like I think actual New Balance fans would love that. And if it was, you could pick the model you wanted, or you
mm.
could switch it month to month. So if I like, oh, I really want the 990 V6, like get that model, but then it's in that color.
See, I would
Only
love
way you can get it is subscribe, and then you also get sent like other goodies or something. I don't know, just
it.
interesting stuff. Like Great Ace, it's so boring, but it's also kind of cool at the same time. So,
Yeah, I've always liked the concept. It's cool.
mhm. More New Balance. We got some 993 made in the US colorways. Very simple. Yeah, like something like this. If it was like olive, just like you're saying, just that's the color, and then you could pick the model you want.
Yeah. That one looks so good. If I didn't have the Jound pair that was already like brown,
Mhm.
this type of, darker shade, I would love these. These are great.
Yeah, these are nice. 993. We got a tan pair with gray
Yeah.
under.
Yeah. Those look
Not
good
as cool as
too.
the top
Like
pair, and then just basically all white and gray pair.
very like inline Kith ALD vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But I know
First pair
the
I really like.
993 is super popular and I've been wearing mine a lot recently. Big fan. They cool.
Yeah, not too bad. A couple more here. These, dude, I'm glad you put these on here because I saw these on Instagram. Did I send these to you? I think I did.
Maybe you did. I want them.
The Invincible continues. The company Invincible continues its masterful decon series, which is a deconstructed series or whatever you want to call it, with the Converse Wave Trainer. Yeah, these are sick.
I love these.
These are so cool. You got any connects at Converse that you can hook me up with? Because, bro, these are regardless. I'm getting a pair of these because they really remind me of a Mac Attack. They really remind me of a Cortez. They really remind me of just a
Mm,
70s, 80s, really bare bones shoe. Good materials. I'm loving the thin panels. The
yeah,
photo they took is like them all squashed. It's the complete opposite of product photos typically are. You can just see how nice the materials are, though.
true. I think they were super limited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did they already release?
I don't know. Da, 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 da.
Let's see. Make
A
pre-loved era
100 pair
sneakers. Oh,
only handed out to friends and family. Bro.
boy. Let me go on eBay quick. Let
Pair.
me see if there's any friends and family selling a pair.
Like yeah, no. First initial thought, like when I saw them on Instagram too, I was like,
Converse
I want these.
Invincible.
I don't even know what they would even go for.
500-600 would be my guess. I'm not seeing
Yeah,
any shares for sale.
that makes sense.
Damn. Yeah, this model has a lot of potential.
Yeah,
This decon.
I haven't even seen this model before though.
I haven't either.
I love it.
Converse decon.
Or it'd be the wave trainer.
Let me look it up. Wave trainer. But like the only reason I like it is because it's really, yeah. See, the actual
Too
shoe
thick.
is like thick. It's like a thick regular trainer. You're probably not going to see that, but
Yeah.
it's just a regular $100 shoe. It's not like cool.
Mm.
Huh.
Well, that's a
If anyone has a plug on a pair size 11, I will buy them because these look sick. This would be a great daily shoe.
oh, truly.
Yeah, I did send you these.
Mm,
I saw these and I was like, these are sick. They look like
please.
they were up your alley too.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, Rick Owens.
Oh, and Converse. Yeah, dude, these are crazy
These are
looking.
dropping this week because I remember talking about them.
Yeah, super bubbly. Definitely not for me. They yeah, collab on the weapon low, tongue super long, midsole super chunky, upper looking like a pillow top. Eh.
This might be the most low key Rick Owens shoe I've ever seen.
You know, you could be right.
Like, bro,
People,
some of the craziest Rick Owens shoes are ridiculous.
yeah, I don't know, man. Rick is
Yeah, these
not
are
for me.
not for me either. Let me see if I can find just a ridiculous Rick Owens. Yeah, here, I mean, look at some of these. Like, bro, what the hell is that?
I like the what are they? What's the low top one up at
These
the
are nuts.
are they the
But
Ramon?
these,
Yeah.
yeah, those aren't bad.
Not with the fur, but
I,
like
yeah, I love what Converse is doing.
yeah,
Like they've been doing, getting Shy Gilgeous-Alexander as your athlete. It's such a brand this could be a big brand. It's got the heritage. It's got it's just got the like underground right now
yeah.
vibe where it's like Shy. It's got aura right now,
And
and
they
I
have
think like bringing
Tyler.
it on, yeah, like I just this and the last model we just looked at, some of the just regular trainers, like it's exciting. I
Yeah.
like it.
I'm I feel like they're laying the foundation right now. They've obviously been big for years and years and years, but as far as like collaborative work and
Mhm.
improving on their just essential basic footwear models, like we're just seeing the beginning, and I'm excited to see where they take it. So
I agree.
shout out Converse, man.
I agree. Curry Series 7
Damn,
debuted.
these are nasty.
You like them?
I kind of do. Super like long. That heel. What is up with that? It just looks
I don't
so
know how I feel
bright.
about it. Maybe it's the colorway. It just feels like it's trying too hard.
I mean, yeah, it
It just
definitely is.
doesn't flow. Like, and it's probably the colorway because we have speckledine on the midsole with a crazy jarred out pattern. And then we have a mesh that looks like flames or lightning strike. And then we have a metallic on the top.
Mm.
Crazy late. Like, there's just a lot going on. This would be one that I have to see in hand.
For on court, I think they look good because they're very just like aggressive looking. It looks like a very mean shoe,
Mhm.
but like,
He's just not a mean player. That's the like.
yeah,
He's got a Bible verse written on it. Like I can do all things. Like it's just not his. Like this is not a Curry shoe. Like this would be a John Morant shoe. Like
very true.
I think like the big thing we've seen with shoes is it's gotta portray what the player is in terms of signature shoe. The Converse Shies, picture perfect what he is. All one monotone, zip up, like super him. The Harden's perfect. The Hellcats, like the model they've been doing, the marketing he's been doing great. The Asia Wilson ones that just came out, it's
Yeah,
just like it works. This is just not.
I think for
Curry's too nice for this, bro.
for any other athlete that has like an aggressive play style, I think this would be a crazy signature shoe.
This looks like a Julius Randle Skechers model, or like I know you're a huge basketball guy, so you probably don't even know who Julius Randle is, but
Oh, that's my boy. No, I have no idea.
he,
Like
Wolves,
who's a
baby,
player?
Wolves and 5, baby. We won last night.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
that. Ant's celebration through the street. Loved that.
that
Loved it.
I thought he was gonna get shot or something, bro. Doing that, walking through the street in LA after you just dethroned the King and Luca, that's a crazy move. In my that's a crazy move. I was like,
Yeah.
what are you doing, bro? But yeah, he's the man. But yeah, I don't know. This Curry, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Last one here, Reebok Engine
Yep.
A in the black and gray colorway.
I think this is just like a cool model, but they haven't hit it yet.
Mm-hmm.
It
This is the first good colorway I've seen.
Yeah.
And they did it in the reverse method. I was just talking about how a black colorway or gray colorway doesn't work on this model. I think it does because all the colorways that they've been doing are ridiculous.
What were the others? Because I just remember they did a metallic, right?
I'm gonna pull it up.
Do it.
They did a lime green and they did a metallic.
Oh, I don't even remember the lime green. The metallic, I think, looks good.
The lime green was like the launch colorway.
Interesting.
Angel Reese wore it. Yeah, these are just ugly. The red, just ugly. This is like low key.
Yeah.
And I feel like you gotta be low key with Reeboks.
You don't want to be screaming, I'm wearing Reeboks. Like, that's
not currently. Like, bro, if you rip out the lime green Reeboks, that's what are we doing? What are we doing? It's bringing out the lime green AM1s. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that Reebok's done. I really like that NASA series they did. They've done some cool stuff, but this model in particular, this is like the first good colorway I've seen.
Yeah. I like it.
They're not bad. What's price on these? $120. Not bad. This was $90. This would probably sell really well, but
that's the thing. Like 120, that's pretty comparable with all the other major like brands coming out with.
That's the thing. You're not going to be buying this when you compare it to a pair of 81s or something else that's $120.
Yeah.
I think of the mindset when I was a kid when it's like going to Nike, you get one pair of shoes for the next 6 to 8 months. What are you buying? You got to pick wisely, and you're going to compare and contrast everything. Do I want to rock a pair of $120 Reeboks for the next 6 to 8 months, or do I want to rock one of the new signature shoes or something like, I don't know. That's my thing.
I get that though. Yeah.
All white on this would be kind of cool. All white suede, the entire shoe suede would be interesting.
I agree. That wouldn't be bad.
There you go.
That's it. Well, thank you everybody for listening. Let us
Watch
know
some clips.
Yeah, let's do that. Let us know in the comments which shoes you're going to go after that we talked about, and we'll catch you next week. Peace out.
Drop a subscribe. Peace out.
Boom.